All right, so just to be more expedient, I'm just going to put everything in one video. So you'll just have to kind of come back to the video or wait. So I'm not going to do it by page. I'm going to do it by packet. So in this video, I'm going to go over the rest of the read, write, and compare, which is this, and then this packet as well. All right, so here we go. Fill in the bubble to show which of the two decimal numbers is greater. Use numbers, words, or labeled sketches to explain your answer. How do you know the number you've selected is greater? All right, so that is, this one is greater, okay? I know it's greater because there is a 2 in the tenths, whereas in the other number there is a 0. All right. Write 4 decimal numbers that are less than 1 4/1000ths. Well, I would go 1 3/1000ths, 1 2/1000ths, 1 1/1000ths, and if I wanted to keep it at a decimal, 999 thousandths. You could have done a bunch, so they all had to be less, okay? Write 4 decimal numbers that have an even number in the tenths place, an odd number in the hundredths place, and a prime number in the thousandths place. Cool. All right, so even in the tenths, odd in the hundredths, and prime. Let's see what else. 6, odd, 7, prime, 7, even, 4, odd, 9, prime, 5, even, 2, odd, 1, and prime, 1. Your prime numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Those would be the only things that could go in here. In the tens, 2, 4, 6, 8. Could have put in 0, I guess, too. And then in the hundredths, 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. All right, challenge. Rob babysits the kids next door every day after school for 1.5 hours. He earns $3.50 an hour. How much money will he earn in 6 weeks if school is in session 5 days a week the whole time? Whew, okay. After school, 1.5 hours, 5 days a week. So how much is that? So we have 1 day, 1.5 hours, 2 days, 3 hours, 4 days, 6 hours, 5 days would be 1.5 plus 6, which is 7.5 hours, $350 an hour. 1 hour, $350. We're looking for 7.5 hours. Okay, so I'm going to double this to $7. Double it again, we get 14 hours. I need to get 3.5. So if I half this, so 0.5 is going to be what? $1.75. And I have everything I need here to figure out 7 because 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'm going to continue that down here. 3 hours is $10.50. Plus 4, which is $14, plus a half of an hour, which is $1.75, for a grand total of, let's see, I'm going to do these first. 75 cents and 50 cents is $1.25 plus 24, so $25.25. Hopefully I did that right in total. Oops. All right, cool. So now we go to the more decimal and color. In each box below, color in the grids to show the number, then write the number the way you'd read it over the phone to someone. The first one is done for you. So we have 1 8/10, they colored in 1, 8/10, and then you spelled it out. So this is 1 800ths, so I have 1, and then 800ths, which stops there. So this is 1 800ths. Again, making sure you do that THS. B, 1 8100ths. So we have this one whole 8/10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/10, and 100ths, 1 and 8100ths. Man, they don't give you a lot of room. All right, this is 1800ths, so that's just 10 here and 8 there. So this is 18 hundredths. D, we have 81 hundredths, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, and 1, 81 hundredths. And we have 1 and 18 hundredths, so that's this whole one here. 1/10 and 8 hundredths to be 1 and 18 hundredths. Cool. List the numbers from the boxes above, including the examples on these lines. Write them in order from least to greatest. So the least one is, what, 18 hundredths, right? Because it has a 0 in the ones, and then here's the 1/10 compared to that 8. So I have 0 and 18 hundredths, 0 and 81 hundredths. Now I'm dealing with ones. I have a 0 here, so 1 and 8 hundredths. Then a 1 here, 1 and 18 hundredths. And then these two are my last ones. This one is 1/100th more than that one, so 1 and 8/10ths, and then 1 and 81 hundredths. Thinking about thousandths is the next one. So label each digit and the numbers below with its place value name. The first one is done for you as an example. So using that as an example, I'm going to now turn this sideways just to make my life easier. So I have, this is the ones, so 1 ones, 0 tenths, 6 hundredths, and 1 thousandths. Here this is 34, so I have 3 tens, 4 ones, 7 tenths, 5 hundredths, and 3 thousandths. And here we have 142, so we have 100, 4 tens, 2 ones, 0 tenths, 0 hundredths, and 5 thousandths. All right, cool. All right, complete the chart. We have the number. We have the number name written out. This is, again, we read everything to the right of the decimal. 540 thousandths. 1 and 500. Oh, I don't have to do anything there. 11 and 7 hundredths. 7 hundredths. 1 and 429 thousandths. 1 and 429 thousandths. 7 and 5 thousandths. And then we have 0 and 4 thousandths, 0 and 4 thousandths at 4 in the thousandths. Mr. Mugwump is confused. He doesn't know which is more, 5 and 200 thousandths or 5 and 2 thousandths. Draw or write something that will help him understand which number is greater and why. Oh, Mr. Mugwump. Okay. The values to the right of the decimal decrease by a factor of 10. The 2 in 5 and 200 thousandths is worth 2 tenths, and the 2 in 5 2 thousandths is worth 2 thousandths. Thousandths is 100 times less than tenths. All right, cool. Working with decimals, the last page is here. All right, so this one I'm putting the expression. Yeah. All right. So this is 2 and 175 thousandths. So this is 2 times 1. This is the tenths. So this is 1 times 1/10. This is hundredths. This is 7 times 1 over 100. This is thousandths. This is 5 times 1 over 1,000. This is 61 and 394 thousandths. So 6 times 10, 1 times 1, 3 times 1/10, 9 times 1/100th, and 4 times 1/1000ths. This is 236 and 924 thousandths. So the 2 is in the hundreds, the 3 is in the tens, the 6 is in the ones, the 9 is in the tenths, times 1/10. The 2 is in the hundredths, and the 4 is in the thousandths. All right. Now we're going to round. So we have the number, round to the nearest tenth, round to the nearest hundredth. We have 2 and 175 thousandths to the nearest tenth. So that's 2 and 2/10, because that 7 makes us round up. To the nearest hundredth is 2 and 1800ths, because that 5 makes us round up. We have 61 and 394 thousandths. So nearest tenth is going to be 61 and 4/10. And the nearest hundredth is going to be 61 and 3900ths. That 4 makes us round down to the 9. Here we have 236 and 924 thousandths. The nearest tenth is 236 and 9/10, because that 2 makes us stay there. And the hundredths, 236 and 92 hundredths, because the 4 makes us stay. Complete the chart. All right, so this is 639 thousandths. Again, we read the whole number, figure out where that place value is. That 9 is in the thousandths, and that's the fraction. 1 and 613 thousandths. 1 and 613 over 1,000. 12 and 67 thousandths. 12 and 67 thousandths, which is 12 and 67 over 1,000. 2 and 367 thousandths. 2 and 365 thousandths. 2 and 365 over 1,000. 9 and 4 thousandths. 9 and 4 thousandths. 9 and 4 thousandths. 0 and 5 thousandths. 0.005, and that would just be 5 over 1,000. And lastly, compare the pairs, fill in each blank. 25 and 400ths is less than 25 and 4/10. 67 and 250 thousandths is greater than 67 and 205 thousandths, and 11 and 110 thousandths is less than 11 and 11 hundredths. Congratulations. Once you finish those and the IXLs, submit everything, show what you know, and be ready to be assessed. Bye.